sign. No, baby, because the sunlight's just too much for me. At times it seems, but I'm at home within your light. Yeah, baby, because the moonlight's always right, just right for me. You see the ocean's an altar. I watch you moving across it, soft and sweet. It's like you're walking on water. A piece of something divine made just for me. Got me trembling and shaking from anticipating the moment you shine your light on me. There's nothing I'd rather do than spend an evening with you. So when the sun's going down, I come alive. Because when the moon comes up, hey, oh, there will be time for us, yeah, yeah, baby. And it's never long enough, but I'll take my time. In love with the way you shine. So every single night I'll wait for the moon to rise. Now every moment has an end, but letting go don't come easy, oh. Though I know I'll see you again before too long. And even as this day begins, I find myself dreaming about you touching on my skin. Yeah, you see the ocean's an altar. I watch you moving across it, soft and sweet. It's like you're walking on water. A piece of something divine made just for me. Got me trembling and shaking from anticipating the moment you shine your light on me. There's nothing I'd rather do than spend an evening with you. So when the sun's going down, I come alive. Because when the moon comes up, hey, oh, there will be time for us, yeah, yeah, baby. And it's never long enough, but I'll take my time. In love with the way you shine. So every single night I'll wait for the moon to rise.
Listening to Goddess of the Nile Radio.
It is your birthright to accept and receive the goodness of the world, the tools to create your destiny, the love and nourishment from others, a life of abundance, days filled with propositions, manifested success coming from places that serve you, manifested success poured into your life and the lives of others. You are guided and given the authority to receive the gifts of the universe, for these gifts have already been given to you long before your arrival here. Your faith in yourself makes it real and opens the doors for manifestation to rush in. Your consciousness is open to receive and to give. It is your birthright, and it is done now.
You are now listening to Goddess of the Nile Radio.
Through this mantra of manifestation, all things are possible. We proclaim absolutely that all of us are living in a friendly universe that is always providing for us. We have felt it happening and we are feeling it happening now. We are open to receive more abundance than we have ever experienced before. We can afford and do anything that our heart desires. We need never to worry. We are filled with an attitude of gratitude for what we already have and all that we are giving and ready to give. We keep ourselves lifted in high consciousness no matter what the appearances are. The universe is always providing in our favor. We are creators of our today and our tomorrow.
Reciting a mantra is an excellent way to start your day. Calm you down while you are upset and refocus your consciousness. For a copy of this mantra, please feel free to visit our Patreon account by searching for Goddess of the Nile Radio on patreon.com. It's your girl Azor Netzarugaya, and I'm out. Peace.
You are now listening to Goddess of the Nile Radio.
Did you wanna stretch your mind one time? We can just sit here, get high off life. I can show you the whole universe inside of you. Now, meditate. Did you wanna stretch your mind one time? We can just sit here, get high off life. I can show you the whole universe inside of you. Now, meditate. Sit down. Don't worry about trying to cross your legs or anything like that. I just want you to get comfortable. Close your eyes and relax. That's right. Now, take a moment to collect yourself. Now, tell me, have you ever met yourself? First off, I think we need to discuss what meditation really is. Some think of it as time to relax or an opportunity to face their fears. I ain't saying those thoughts aren't right, but those are more like bonuses. Why shoot for a piece of the pie when we can have co-ownership? I started out looking for some sort of sign. Then I heard somebody whisper, let me open up your mind. Don't get blinded by the lights. There's more here for you to see than myself. Said to self, take some time and look for me. You got everything you need to get anything you want, but first I gotta help you to remember what you are. He said everything without is the same as what's within. Then she told me to let go of all my doubts and start again. Breathe in. Release. Now stop trying to control it and just observe as the breath flows in and out. I want you to notice that the body continues to breathe on its own with no direction from you. Now I want you to realize that the thing that observes the breath is something different from the thing that is breathing. You are the thing that hears but not the ears. Did you wanna stretch your mind one time? We can just sit here, get high off life. I can show you the whole universe inside of you. Now, meditate. Did you wanna stretch your mind one time? We can just sit here, get high off life. I can show you the whole universe inside of you. Now, meditate.
thing, right? I am so freaking glad to be back here with you guys here in the Win DC Radio studio. I am amped up. As you guys know, as spiritual being having a human experience, I had to take some time off to reset, to ground myself, to study, so that I could be able to prepare myself for this arrival of the age of Aquarius. Because I take this spiritual work, I take this seat, I take this microphone, I take each and every book that I read, each and every conversation that I have, I take all of that seriously. I ain't playing around with it, because the conversations that we have here on the Nile are conversations that you can't have at work. You know, it's the conversation where you might can't have it with your family members, you might can't have it with your neighbor. Maybe they look at you and they're like, oh, they're eclectic, or oh, they're a weirdo, or what are all of those rocks all about? This is a place where you are welcome. You are welcomed here. If you believe in fairies, aliens, reptilians, conspiracy theories, if you believe in twin flames, if you believe in ghosts, if you believe in you, if you believe in manifestation, this is where you belong. You belong here on the Nile each and every Sunday, live right here on the Win DC Radio app, YouTube channel, all of their platforms. Let's give a huge shout out to Win DC for having me here today. And a shout out to you for even being here with me today. Because this right here, being involved in the conversation of spirituality, being involved in the conversation about life, and the conversation about you, and the conversation about self-love, this is what it's all about. It's about taking time out to invest in you. It's about taking time out to get your spiritual food and your spiritual uplifting, if you will, right? This is all about building and creating the life of your dreams. But this is not all about manifestation 101. Don't get it twisted. This ain't about no cheat codes. This ain't about, oh, this is how you can turn your life upside down in 30 days, baby. No, this is not what this is about. This is about taking a look in the mirror. This is about figuring out who you are and finding your balance and your centering and your purpose in this world. Okay? That, my friend, was a mouthful. And with all of that being said, I want to humbly thank you for being a part of this journey and welcome you to Goddess of the Nile Radio. Now, I may be new to some and reacquainted to others. So regardless of what's going on with our relationship and your relationship with the show, welcome, 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 welcome. Now, we're going to talk about the whole, like, what do we have in store? What's the menu for season 2 of Goddess of the Nile Radio? Well, I mentioned it before. We are in the age of Aquarius. Now, a lot of things that I'm going to do this season will be a lot different than before. One of them is I'm your one and only solo dolo hostess with the mostest. I'm not with a crew of people anymore. You know what I mean? And that's in the past, and I'm feeling good. But we're going to talk about the age of Aquarius. And what I'm going to do this year that's different from last year is I'm not going to be so much preachy and lectury. I'm not going to be giving you a lot of detailed information. I'm going to be showing you guys the rabbit hole. And it's going to be up to you guys to take the information, to take the context clues that I'm giving you and use that information to get your own sense of understanding. So one of the things that you're going to want to research this week is the age of Aquarius. What exactly is it? Okay? Now, the short version of the age of Aquarius is just the awakening. The shorter version is we're getting more daylight. Our sun is stronger. Have you ever been in the shadow and you were cool, but as soon as you step in the sun, you're like, oh my God, that sun feels so good. That sun is actually hitting your organ, which is your skin. And it's igniting DNA, it's igniting coding. And it's waking you up and it's helping you to remember. It's helping you to see things that you may not have seen before. It's helping you to question things that don't make sense. Where before you might have been like, I don't know if I should question that. I don't know if I should ask, my teacher that, or my mom, or something seems a little weird. I'm afraid to say something. The age of Aquarius is having the strength and the power to say something. It's standing in your power. It's believing in your intuition.
That's what it is. And you have to be careful, my social media folks, because I know right now we're on all types of social media platforms. But you have to be careful with this age of Aquarius, because this age of Aquarius, this huge awakening of mankind, right? Everyone is waking up. But some people are waking up and remembering that they want to keep sleep. And we all know who those people are. They're the chosen ones. They're the ones that look like me. We're waking up. And the information that we have is information that's so powerful, it's so strong that we can rise up again as a nation, and we can reclaim what is ours if we're all on the same accord. So we have to be very careful and very conscious about the conversations that we're having in public, which means social media. We can't go against one another and spend all day and lose our productivity hours arguing or debating a fact. So it's very important that you begin to go in every so often and clean up your timeline. You want a representation. You want your timeline to be something that represents you. You want your social media platforms to be something that represents you, represents your belief system. So if you're a conspiracy theorist and you see through the veil because you've been doing your manifestation work, your third eye is open, you know, and your timeline is everyone who still sleep, unless you're out here in the streets doing some type of spiritual work, then you probably want to readjust your timeline so that it begins to reflect your style of thinking, okay? So that's a little bit about the age of Aquarius, and you guys definitely need to do your research and figure out what it is. A long time ago, or maybe a couple of years ago, maybe in 2015, the first batch or the first wave of awakening came from the divine feminine. So your women were awakened first. And these awakened women began to eat better. They began to treat their bodies better. They began to come out of the OBGYNs and kind of figure out things on their own by doing their own research and getting more involved with holistic living and a holistic healthy lifestyle. And what happened was, with these nice good bodies and this awakening that's going on amongst our women, you know, we're birthing these babies that's coming out meditating. I know one of my children, my youngest son, he was meditating before I even knew what meditating was. I was like, what is happening? What are you doing in the closet? And he was actually crisscross applesauce is what he was saying. He was meditating, which was amazing. He's my rainbow son, and he loves rainbows. He loves chakras, and you know. And then I have another son, one of my eldest sons, who has like visions in his dreams, and he's been having these visions in his dreams since he was a little kid. So I'm just saying all of this to say is that our kids are waking up. Our women are waking up. And during this huge wave of Aquarius that's happening right now, our men, finally, I know, ladies, give our guys a huge round of applause. Our men are finally waking up. And we are so glad. Welcome to the party. We've been waiting on you. And this age of Aquarius is all about love. It's all about remembering how we love one another, how much we love one another. It's all about remembering who is actually the backbone. You know what I mean? Like, who is the creator? Who is the creator? Who is the creator? Who should we be taking care of? Who should we be protecting? And not downing and not degrading and not hurting. Who do we need to make amends with? You know, so a lot of our divine masculine energies are discovering this. They're waking up. They're looking in the mirror and they're seeing like, wow, I used to be a womanizer. I used to be a community eggplant. You know what I mean? Like they're waking up and they're seeing the errors of their ways, and also at the same time, they're beginning to, they're beginning to go into the gyms. They're beginning to eat healthy and become vegan or become pescatarians, and they're beginning to care more about their families, more about their bodies, more about their way of life. They are awakening. And then during this awakening period, some of them are having these reactions. They're having like these mood swings, if you will, and they're actually being forced to do what's called shadow work. So actually go back in and heal some things. Okay? So, woo, that was a mouthful. I know. But we are getting ready to take a music break to let all of that swirl around in your head. If you're watching me on YouTube or Facebook, make sure you like, comment, share this video. If you're listening to me on the app, make sure that you turn me all the way up. Grab your families, guys. We're going to have a good conversation today about sabotage, about the Noid, about the saboteur in your life. I'm going to help you to recognize who the saboteur is, and I'm going to also give you information on how to deflect the saboteur and stay focused on your life mission, okay? So clear the energy in your room, get yourself ready to receive this message, and thank you guys so much for joining me live right here in the Win DC Radio Studio. It's your girl Azornetta Rugaya, and I'll be right back.
Bending over backwards, wishing life were different, like a loss. Try to drown the noise out, tuning out the whole world. Now my heart is saying go in and out. Nights like these when I can barely sleep, I say the words my mama said to me. Everything here will come full circle, circle, circle. Everything here will come full circle. Give it some time, just give it some time. Everything here will come full circle. Everything here will come full circle. Everything here will come full circle. Give it some time, just give it some time. Open up the window, try and let the light in. I promise not to give up, not today. Walking on the sidewalk, wow, it's such a big world. I hope I find the right words to say. What you make it, what you make it. Life is what you make it, what you make it. Round and round and round and round, tipsy-turvy, upside down. Life is what you make it, what you make it. Everything here will come full circle, everything here will come full circle. Some time, just give it some time. Everything do will come full circle. Everything do will come full circle. Everything do will come full circle. Give it some time, just give it some time. And I know I'm not the only one, yeah. Cause I can feel it coming back now, coming back down, coming back for me, yeah. Coming back now, coming back around, coming back for me. She said, tell me what are we here for? Tell me why you think you're alive. Is it just a stop on the highway, on our way to the afterlife? I told her life was a moment in a journey that never ends. We come in looking to find self, then we let it go and come back again. Now don't you get caught up trying to hold on to material things when it's all ours, and it's all love, and we're all one, and we're all God. But soon you remember what you really are, cause I feel like I could touch the sun, yeah. And I know I'm not the only one, yeah. Cause I can feel it coming back now, coming back down, coming back for me, yeah. Coming back now, coming back around, coming back for me. Cause I feel like I could touch the sun, yeah. And I know I'm not the only one, yeah. Cause I can feel it coming back now, coming back down, coming back for me, yeah. Coming back now, coming back around, coming back for me. She said, tell me what are we here for? Tell me what are we here for? Tell me why you think you're alive. Yeah, don't overthink it now, brother. Hey, whoa, 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 yeah. Soon you'll remember what you really are, really are, yeah. Since the 12,000 years we've been traveling, 12,000 more until we reach the start. Cause I feel like I could touch the sun, yeah. And I know I'm not the only one, yeah. Cause I can feel it coming back now, coming back down, coming back for me, yeah. Coming back now, coming back around, coming back for me. Cause I feel like I could touch the sun, yeah. And I know I'm not the only one, yeah. Cause I can feel it coming back now, coming back down, coming back for me, yeah. Coming back now, coming back around, coming back for me. She said,
hey guys, hello. Welcome back to Guide to the Nile Radio. It's your girl Azur Netaru Gaia, live right here in the Win DC Radio studio. I want to give a special shout out to everyone that's watching. So shout out to Bermuda, shout out to Philly, shout out to Afghanistan is in the building, shout out to DC, shout out to Maryland. Who we got? We got Ohio in the building. We got California in the building. We got Texas in the building. So I want to send all of my heartfelt love to all of you guys. And if I missed anybody, drop a comment below in the comment section on the Facebook page, and I will definitely shout you guys out in a few minutes. Un momento. Oh Lord, I say a mouthful. My phone is on. I was trying to pin my hair back. You know how like when you first get holistic locks, you just can't keep your hands out your hair? I can't keep my hands out my hair. But we're not here today to talk about locks. We are here today to talk about the age of Aquarius. We are here today to talk about love, sex, and spirituality, right? Yeah, love, sex, and spirituality. And this is still a show for your family because the sex portion of love, sex, and spirituality has everything to do with sexual health. The The love portion of love, sex, and spirituality has everything to do with relationships. The love for your neighbor, the love for your family member, the love for your sister or your brother, you know? That's what it's all about. And today we're going to focus on the section. We're going to focus on the section of love, sex, and spirituality that has everything to do with the saboteur in your life. We're talking about sabotage, guys. We're talking about the Noid. That's what we're talking about today. Now, I'm going to tell y'all a story, right? And this is kind of telling you a little bit about my age, okay? So for you newbies, for you young folks, millennials, and below, I just want you guys to just bear with me, because back in the days, we used to have amazing commercials. And I don't really watch TV anymore, so I don't have a clue what's going on as far as commercials are concerned. But everyone pretty much knows about Domino's Pizza, right? Right? My studio audience is nodding. They're like, yeah, we know about Domino's Pizza. We're greedy. We love Domino's Pizza. It's pretty good. Well, back in the day, in the late 80s, they used to have this commercial that would come on. And there was this guy, his name was the Noid, right? So the Noid was like, you know, this dude with this really big nose. And he wore a skin-tight red rabbit suit. And like some, we call them Chucks or some tennis shoes, right? Some Converse. And, you know, the first thing you do is you're wondering, like, why this guy is running around in this skin-tight red bunny suit with the letter N engraved on the center of his chest. So it's kind of like it was a superhero outfit. And if he, you know, he didn't want to choose Batman, he didn't want to choose Robin, he decided to be a bunny rabbit, okay? So his whole mission was to put up roadblocks along the way for the pizza driver so that you could not be able to get your pizza on time. You couldn't get quality pizza on time. If you got your pizza, it was cold. The cheese was sliding off. It was a hot mess. Well, back in the day, back in the 80s, Domino's had made, you know, a guarantee to their customers. They said that if you order from us, we guarantee that you will get quality pizza arrive to your door in 30 minutes or less, right? Everyone was flying to their phones because back then we didn't have much internet and we didn't have apps, you know, and we didn't have a lot of, I don't even think Domino's had a website back then. So we were flying to our phones, calling up Domino's. If the family was hungry, you had a crying baby, you had a 11-year-old kid whose stomach was growling and he was really, really hungry. You know, you could pick up that phone and you could order the kid some pizza and it'll be to your door in 30 minutes or less. So, and on the commercials, basically what the Noid was doing was he was doing everything possible to distract the driver. So the driver's mission was to get in the car and to make sure that that pizza arrived to your doorstep in 30 minutes or less. And if the drivers were not delivering their pizza to you on time and your pizza was cold, because I don't think at that time they had those heated bags they have now, you know, then the driver would probably be fired or he'll get less hours and it would really affect his household. Like Domino's was guaranteeing this. Because if they didn't guarantee, if your driver was 35 minutes late, then your pizza was free. So everyone was always trying to order pizza during rush hour. You know, like they were trying to figure out slick ways and kind of made the drivers go through all types of obstacle courses to get to their houses. And some of the drivers were getting into car accidents and were actually injuring themselves. I believe maybe 2 of the drivers even died. So that's something for you guys to, you know, research on your own, is the Noid. But I want to talk today about the whole meaning of this Noid situation, because this is how we're going to discuss the saboteur, right? The saboteur in your life. And the saboteur in your life comes in many, many different ways. And I want to also show you guys how one relationship affects another and how we all need one another in order to manifest, in order to have the life and live the life of our dreams, right? So we're going to talk about first and foremost the family, because most of us can relate more to the family. And then we're going to talk about the Noid, and we're going to talk about the driver, and we're going to get into the nooks and crannies. And I'm about to build with y'all today, okay? So shout out to my builders. Shout out to New York and New Jersey and Delaware and Colorado and Georgia. Shout out to New Orleans. I see y'all watching, and thank you guys so much for watching and supporting. So let's talk about the family member, right? So let's say that, let's give a name. So let's say Rakeem, right? So Rakim didn't have a job for a while, and he worked really, really hard to get a job. So his kids, he couldn't really provide for his children. He couldn't put food on the table. But he didn't trip out about it because Rakim is he's very clever. He knows how to use his resources. He knows that he has a friend that has a garden where he's growing collard greens. He has another friend that has a garden where they're growing tomatoes. And he has a friend that has a garden where they're growing peanuts, okay? So he knows to utilize his resources and his friends around him to keep his family fed. But Rakim worked really, really hard, and he discovered that he needs to be employed somewhere in order to put food on the table. So he works really hard, right? He works really, really hard, and he ends up getting his very first check. And his kids absolutely love that. So Rakim decides, we're normally vegan, we're gluten-free, and this is before any of that came out. But he decides that he wants to treat his family to something, so he wants to order pizza. It's a Friday night, he wants to order pizza. So he picks up the phone, he calls the driver. He's like, if the driver can get here in 30 minutes or less, and we get this quality thing that I want, then I'm going to even give the driver a huge tip, okay? And his family's going to be happy, and he lives happily ever after. Then you have LaWanda. So LaWanda works for Domino's, okay? So LaWanda finally got a job at Domino's, and she's a driver. And she's paying her way through college. And they tell LaWanda that she needs to get the pizza to the house on time, okay? So the first Noid that LaWanda comes across is the cook that's lazy, okay? The cook that doesn't want to get the pizza together. The cook is very slow, doesn't want to get the pizza together, doesn't want to send LaWanda out the door, on time. And then once she finally gets her pizza, now she's in a hurry, and then she comes across another Noid, which is traffic, right? So traffic is another thing. And then all of a sudden it starts pouring down raining. And then the rain turns into ice. And then ice turns into snow. And then there's a blizzard. And before you know it, this child cannot get to the house. The man, Raquan can't feed his kids. LaWanda can't get there to get her money. And everything is just a huge mess. I want to talk about the Noid, okay? When we are going through life, everyone seems to have a Noid in their life. And the Noid can be people, places, and things. The Noid can come in so many different shapes and sizes. As Grandma used to say, right when you're getting close to that dream, up pops the devil. Right when you're getting there, right when you're getting right there, where you're going to manifest something, right when you buckle down and you're grounded and you know that you want to stay focused on this one particular thing, up pops the devil. Up pops the Noid. Up pops the saboteur. Okay? We're going to get ready to take a quick break because we all know what the saboteur is, right? We all know what the Noid is. I gave you examples. It's when everything in life is beginning to be thrown at you, left and right, and from all different kinds of directions. And you see your dream ahead of you. And every time you begin to take a step forward to that dream, something happens. And that something happens, no matter what that something is, it makes you want to be like, I can't follow my dream right now. I gotta go this way and take care of this over here. Or I'll get to that dream later. Or maybe this dream isn't for me. And you end up going down a path that you never wanted to be. You never wanted to be and you never wanted to go. You begin to have what I call buyer's remorse. You marry someone out of convenience or because it's a business proposition. You take a job 2 hours away because you just need to have a job. You move into a certain area that you can't afford, but it's safe. You're making all of these sacrifices and you're going pretty much against your path and pretty much against your dream and the things that you see and you visualize in your mind that you know for a fact will make you happy. But you'd rather take the easier, softer way because you're trying to avoid the Noid. You're trying to avoid the saboteur. But what you don't realize sometimes is that the Noid and the saboteur is you. Yeah, that's right. Sometimes that Noid and that saboteur is you. It's fear. It's doubt. It's all kinds of foolishness, okay? So I'm gonna let all of that, the Noid, you guys can Google the Noid, you can look the Noid up, you can watch the commercials, you can even stay here with us and listen to some music, because I definitely want you guys to stay here with us. But we are getting ready to go into a quick music break. My producer's like, yeah, you're on time, you're on time. So we're getting ready to go into a quick music break. And when I bring you guys back, we're going to get into who those Noids are and who those saboteurs are outside of yourself, okay? Outside of yourself, all right? Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Gods of the Nile Radio. We'll be right back.
Should I compare you to the sun? No, baby, because the sunlight's just too much for me. At times it seems, but I'm at home within your light. Yeah, baby, because the moonlight's always right, just right for me. You see the oceans and altar. I watch you moving across it, something sweet. It's like you're walking on water. A piece of something divine made just for me. Got me trembling and shaking from anticipating the moment you shine your light on me. There's nothing I'd rather do than spend an evening with you. So when the sun's going down, I come alive. Because when the moon comes up, hey, there will be time for us, yeah, yeah, baby. And it's never long enough, but I'll take my time in love with the way you shine. So every single night I'll wait for the moon to rise. Now every moment has an end, but letting go don't come easy, no. Though I know I'll see you again before too long. And even as this day begins, I find myself dreaming about you touching on my skin. Yeah, you see the oceans and altar. I watch you moving across it, something sweet. It's like you're walking on water. A piece of something divine made just for me. Got me trembling and shaking from anticipating the moment you shine your light on me. There's nothing I'd rather do than spend an evening with you. So when the sun's going down, I come alive. Because when the moon comes up, hey, there will be time for us, yeah, yeah, baby. And it's never long enough, but I'll take my time in love with the way you shine. So every single night I'll wait for the moon to rise.
The Shops at Iverson is now undergoing a transformation, creating a mixed-use center where the community can come together to eat, shop, relax, and feel connected. The Shops at Iverson is a 600 KSF mixed-use property consisting of retail and office space now available. Located inside the Beltway on Branch Avenue, Maryland, just minutes from downtown DC. It's an exciting time at the Shops at Iverson. Several beautiful renovation projects are ongoing, transforming the Shops at Iverson into the new safe community hub. DMV, get ready to enjoy the new food court. Opening late spring, early summer, featuring new restaurants like Chipotle, Quickway Hibachi, Tropical Smoothie, Wingstop, and free Wi-Fi. The Shops at Iverson, the original home of the world-famous Snickerdoodle cookies, is completing several cosmetic improvements to the mall interior, facade, and parking garage. The Shops at Iverson is the new home of Go Win Media, comprised of the DMV's premier internet radio stations, Go Radio Live and Win DC Radio. For updates and more details, check out shopiverson.com. That's shopiverson.com. Looking for a new look? Check out Hair Academy 2 in the Shops at Iverson, Hillcrest Heights, Maryland. You'll get quality services done by developing stylists and barbers, senior discounts offered weekly, and free barbershop services available when you present a flyer. Chemical treatments are also available. Call 301-899-9100 for hours of operation. Hair Academy 2 in the Shops at Iverson, 3705 Branch Avenue, Suite 1010, lower level, Hillcrest Heights. A new look is waiting for you at Hair Academy 2.
Oh. What's the plan? Hey. Hoping that you would give me a chance. Come on, girl, take my hand. Yeah. What's the plan? Hoping that you would give me a chance. Come on, girl, take my hand. Yeah. What's the plan? What's the plan? Tell me what's the plan? No, I play my cards like I have the perfect hand. To let you slip away from me, yeah, I'd be damned. Here, take my hand, let's dance, get groovy. Bitches see me with you, they wishing that they knew me. Try to talk to me, hit them with the 2-3. Excuse me, but I'm working my way to a cutie. Ain't got time for the loosies. Body on body, don't separate. Here's a towel, wipe the sweat away. Not here for the night, I plan to stay. All red, flush my face from the rum. You can get a taste, get a taste, yeah. Hey. Hoping that you would give me a chance. Come on, girl, take my hand, yeah. What's the plan? Hoping that you would give me a chance. Come on, girl, take my hand, yeah. What's the plan? When I looked in her eyes, I knew the type of man I wanted to be, yeah. And when I looked in her eyes, I knew the places that I wanted to see, hey. When I looked in her eyes, I knew the type of man I wanted to be, yeah. And when I looked in her eyes, I knew the places that I wanted to see. What's the plan? Hey. Hoping that you would give me a chance. Come on, girl, take my hand, yeah. What's the plan? Hoping that you would give me a chance. Come on, girl, take my hand. What's the plan?
What am I supposed to do when the world's against me? Does anybody really care? I don't know. My enemies are like my friends, getting closer to me. Don't wanna be alone. People smiling in my face, and I know they hate me. They wanna call my name out just for show, and they'll be knocking on my door, but they won't find me, 'cause I'll be cleansing my soul, cleansing my soul. I wanna live a decent life, all the angels with me. The devil's playing with my head, and I don't know. I only wanna do what's right, but it's so hard for me. Don't wanna lose control. The voices are getting loud, and the demons tell me. They pressure me in what to do and where to go. And they'll be knocking on my door, but they won't find me, 'cause I'll be cleansing my soul, freeing my soul, feeding my soul, healing my soul. Now when my soul is in question, there's one lesson to be learned in the concern through my confessions about the blessings that are constantly bestowed my way, in spite of my iniquities that I portray every day. And when the devil tries to put me on his level, I'll stand true and tall with the angels like a rebel. And as I live my days out, I'ma praise out till I'm gray and old, to the one who gives me peace, mind, body, soul. I don't have the time to make you understand me, and there's too much I gotta do, let the truth be told, so you can keep being fake and talk about me. But remember, you reap what you sow. I see the struggles way ahead with the ones that spite me, but I'm okay and I'm prepared, 'cause now I know. So don't come knocking on my door, 'cause you won't find me, 'cause I'll be cleansing my soul, freeing my soul, feeding my soul, healing my soul, cleansing my soul.
Would you wait for me? I'm going to the olive tree. If I'm not back afloat from me, and keep moving, I know you'll be just fine. Would you wait for me? I'm going to the olive tree. I know you have your faith in me. Hopefully I won't let you drown. But if I don't come back, find another, and keep believing when he finds you round. No, I travel for your name. Pray I see you back in 40 days. And nights I search around for saving grace. If I go the wrong way, Lord help me. Still, would you wait for me? I'm going to the olive tree. If I'm not back afloat from me, and keep moving, I know you'll be just fine. Would you wait for me?
The olive tree on the hillside side, its shimmering leaves and garlic wood for many a decade has mapped in time. Its fruit that was grown wouldn't grow in vain. Through spring and summer, sun and rain, flowers in abundance, nature had a completed autumn winter.
Hey guys, welcome back to Goddess of the Nile Radio, where we debate over your supernatural ability, right? Because DJ Tiz and shout out to DJ Tiz and and DJ Bismarck, not Bismarck. We gotta name him. What's your name?
PJ.
Yeah, DJ PJJ. That's a family joke of ours from back in the day. But we were sitting here during the break. We were debating about like your superpower. So like in our family, and maybe in yours too, all of us have something that resonates with us. So with me, what resonates with me is like, in the beginning, it was fire. I loved fire and everything about fire, smoke, which is why I burn sage a lot. And then later on, during my progression, I began to learn a lot more about water. So now I can do wonderful things with water, and I can do amazing things with fire too. So I'm hearing a little bit of a feedback, but hopefully it's not bothering you guys too bad, okay? So, all that to the side, we are here to talk about the saboteur. We're here to talk about the saboteur in your life, and where up pops the saboteur. One of the places where you can find, first of all, let's talk about what the saboteur is before I even jump ahead. What the heck is a saboteur? What is a saboteur, okay? The definition of saboteur by Wikipedia, which, you know, they always tell the truth, right? But anyhow, the definition of a saboteur is a person that engages in sabotage, okay? The sabotage is a verb. It means to deliberately destroy, damage, or obstruct something. Okay? So a lot of times in our lives, we find people, places, and things that deliberately are meant to destroy us, to damage us, or to obstruct us. So like keep us, block us from where we're trying to go. Okay? The saboteur can be found in people. So we're going to build on this. It can be found in people. It can be found in your friends. The saboteur can be found within your family. It can be found at work. It could be your neighbors. It could be your environment around you. And speaking about the relationships that you have. Okay? And your relationships, whether it be partnerships, love partnerships, friendships, casual acquaintances, the saboteur can pop up everywhere. And I'm just going to talk about me and the saboteurs that showed up in my life, okay? In 2018, the saboteurs that showed up in my life were business relationships. I had a vision that I wanted to do something, and this vision that I wanted was going to give me great and grand, huge reward very quickly. I wasn't even expecting for this dream of mine or this thought idea of mine to have such a huge reward as fast as it was having. And this was a long life dream of mine, of something to pursue. But notice how I said it was my long life dream. It was something that I wanted to pursue. It was my vision. I was with a business partner, a team. I had this team, and the team wasn't on board. So what they began to do was they began to deliberately destroy, damage, and obstruct me from this end goal. Okay? And the whole thing about recognizing who the saboteurs are in your life is that you have to know when it's okay to bring people along with you on your path and when it's okay for you to leave certain people behind. So the saboteur can definitely be found in your business relationships. The saboteur can be found in your friendships. The saboteur is definitely mostly 95% of the time found in your friendship relationships that you have. The saboteur in friendships are going to be the people that encourage negative behavior that comes from you. So for example, if you have a big project that you're working on, or you need to study the night before, or there's very important things that you need to do. Maybe you have an important meeting to do the next day, or tons and tons of little assignments or little goals that you're supposed to take care of in order to get to this huge, amazing goal at the end of the tunnel. You got to take a look at your friends. Because if your friends would rather have you out at the club, if your friends would rather come over with a bottle of booze getting you drunk, or if your friends would rather encourage negative behavior instead of saying, man, listen, you better get off the phone. It's 11 o'clock. I know you got to go to work tomorrow. I'm going to let you get off the phone so you can get your rest. Friends are the ones that look out for you when you're not even looking out for yourself, okay? Those are amazing good friend. So the saboteur can show up in your friendships. The saboteur, that this one is the one that a lot of us struggle with, male and female. The saboteur can show up in your personal relationships. I'm talking about your marriage. I'm talking about your significant other. I'm talking about, the guy that you're dating or the female that you're dating casually. The saboteur usually can always show up right there, which puts you in a bind because you want to compromise a lot. We've been raised by society to believe in compromising. Like, oh, if I'm in a marriage, then I have to compromise myself for my husband, or I have to compromise myself for my wife. I'm going to tell you guys something. Marriage is not about compromising when it comes to your dreams and when it comes to things that make you happy. The very first person that you need to be serving and making sure that's straight and good is yourself. You don't compromise your dream and you don't compromise stuff that you gotta do because someone else is uncomfortable with it, or someone else is distracting you, or because someone else that you sleep with is obstructing you from your dream, from your goal, from your vision. Okay? The saboteur can show up right there. You could be sleeping with the enemy. You could be sleeping with the saboteur. All right? You need to know him or her when they show up. And you need to know what box to put them in. You need to know how to treat them accordingly, because they can't be in your corner blocking your dream. That don't make no sense. Okay? Another place where you can find the saboteur in people is at work. Your coworkers. Somebody can be buddy with you one day, get all your information. You guys go out to lunch together. It's all good. Life is amazing. And then next thing you know, this person is throwing you under the bus. You know what I mean? So saboteurs can be found at work. I don't need to go into detail about those work relationships because you guys already know. But that's an obvious one. But the ones that are kind of hidden from us is the saboteurs that show up in our family, the saboteurs that shows up in our relationships, our love partnerships, the saboteurs that show up in our friendships. Those are usually the hidden saboteurs, or the saboteurs that we don't want to accept. We don't want to realize. We don't want to, pay attention to, like, no, this cannot be my mom sabotaging me. It can't be my dad sabotaging me. It can't be my kid sabotaging me. Because that's some hurtful stuff. It can't be my lover. It can't be my husband. It can't be my wife sabotaging me. That's hurtful when the sabotage is coming from the people that's close to you. That ish hurts like hell. Okay? And 99% of the time, we don't want to pay attention to it. So to keep the confusion and to keep the hurt away, we kind of like deflect it. We don't pay attention to it. We don't even address it. We compromise. Okay? And that word compromise, that word right there is the saboteur, because you're compromising for the saboteur. You're allowing for someone to come in and deliberately destroy, damage, or obstruct you from your dream, okay? So you got to be careful about the saboteur that's in your circle, all right? A lot of people talk about it, but I'm talking about it today because you need to pay attention to it and you need to deal with it accordingly. Don't be out here compromising for people. You are first. You come first, all right? If you got to compromise, then that means that some changes got to be made in those relationships, okay? You shouldn't be compromising your dream for people. And if you do, there's some changes that got to be made. You got to pay attention to it, all right? Let's get into another place where you can find the saboteur. You can find the saboteur in places. This is one thing that I definitely struggle with. Oh, my God. I struggle with the saboteur in places because let me tell you, I love the nightclub. I love the nightclub. I love the bar. I love the pool hall. I love dirty houses with lots of liquor. Places. I love certain type of jobs, because they paid well or they didn't pay well. I just wanted the title. But the saboteur can pop up in places. The saboteur, if you're going to a place that drains your energy, that pulls so much of your energy, that's weighing so heavy and so hard on your soul that you can't get to your dream, is that place that you're going to deliberately trying to destroy you? I mean, there are places that are deliberately trying to destroy you. That could be your workplace. Is there a place that you're going to that's damaging you? Is it hurting you? Is it hurting your self-esteem? Is it not giving you healthy things that you need? Is it keeping you out of the sunlight? Is it always causing you noise and confusion and grief? And every time you go, it's just like, oh my God. Or you don't have any energy left to give anyone. I keep going back to that word energy because usually places can feed you and fuel you and give you energy and have you going and keep you motivated. And sometimes the places you go to can bring you right on down, where you need days, if not weeks, to recover from the places that you have gone to. The places that feed your soul, places that feed your dream, places that are feeding you will leave you energized. I just spent the weekend up in the mountains with my family. Had a show to do today. I'm amped up because I go to places that feed my soul and keep me energized. Spending time with my family feeds my soul and it keeps me energized. Seeing them do amazing things, right? That's the people and the places. Double time feeds my soul. Double time energizes me and it pushes me closer to my dream. So you got to watch out for the places that deliberately are trying to destroy you, that are deliberately trying to damage you, and that are deliberately trying to obstruct you from your dream. You got to pay attention to those places, because if you leaving that place feeling drained, or if you stepping into that place feeling uncomfortable, then baby, you need to change that place and them people that's inside of it. All right? The last place we're going to talk about, the last thing we're going to talk about where up pops the saboteur, up pops the Noid, throwing stuff at you is things. The saboteur can show up in things at the wrong time. Well, what's things? Things can be your car. Things can be your laptop, your computer system. Things can be bills that come in the mail, materialistic things, right? Your tool, okay? There may be certain tools that you may need, where you feel like, oh, I'm a photographer, so I need this certain brand of camera in order to be great. Or I need this certain type of laptop in order to be great. Or I need this and I need that and I need this and I need that and I need this and I need that. I need things to be great. Up pops the saboteur. You get denied that credit loan. Up pops the saboteur. You drove 400 miles to get a laptop, a certain type of laptop or a certain type of camera. Up pops the saboteur. They sold it. Or it arrives till you're broken and you're already home and you realize, damn, it's broken. Things can sabotage you. Things can deliberately destroy you, damage you, and obstruct you from your goal. Things can do that. Trying to invest, if you're willing to invest $1,200 in a purse, but not $1,200 in that book for your business, that's the saboteur. Up pops the saboteur. Okay? We gotta stop not wanting to do our dreams. We gotta stop not wanting to help ourselves or raise ourselves up because we don't have the resources right now to do it. Let me tell you something, y'all. There's some people out there that already got a 400-year head start on us. It's hard for us to get some stuff. It's hard for us to get some resources. It's tough. And not to mention the whole mind screw of it all, of being told I ain't even gonna go into that, but just the lies that we were told. How it's harder for us to get an apartment. It's harder for us to get housing. It's harder for us to get a car. Interest rates are higher. Why do you guys think that they always have that little line at the bottom where it says, equal opportunity? They gotta be reminded to treat us equally. Okay? So your saboteur, y'all, can show up in things. Okay? It can show up. Wrap it up. So we wrap it up. All right. So what I want to say before we go into this music break, y'all, is if you want to do that YouTube channel and all you got is an iPhone, you do that YouTube channel. If you want to be a painter and you got to go to the dollar store to get you some paint brushes, you go to the dollar store, get yourself some paint brushes, baby. You do whatever it is that you need to do to get where you need to go. You don't let them things and those resources, you know what I'm talking about? You don't let those things and them resources pop up and sabotage and obstruct and destroy you. Thank you so much for tuning in to Gods on the Nile Radio. We're about to go into a music break. I'm your spiritual host for today, Azor Netzerugaya. Shout out to Alexandria, Virginia in the building. We'll be right back after this music break. I'm out. Peace.
You wanna stretch your mind one time? We can just sit here, get high off life. I can show you the whole universe inside of you. Now, meditate. I can teach you how to stretch your mind one time. We can just sit here, get high off life. I can show you the whole universe inside of you. Now, meditate. Sit down. Don't worry about trying to cross your legs or anything like that. I just want you to get comfortable. Close your eyes and relax. That's right. Now, take a moment to collect yourself. Now, tell me, have you ever met yourself? First off, I think we need to discuss what meditation really is. Some think of it as time to relax or an opportunity to face their fears. I ain't saying those thoughts aren't right, but those are more like bonuses. Why shoot for a piece of the pie when we can have co-ownership? I started out looking for some sort of sign. Then I heard somebody whisper, let me open up your mind. Don't get blinded by the lights. There's more here for you to see than myself. Said to self, take some time and look for me. You've got everything you need to get anything you want, but first I gotta help you to remember what you are. He said everything without is the same as what's within. Then she told me to let go of all my doubts and start again. Breathe in. Release. Now stop trying to control it and just observe as the breath flows in and out. I want you to notice that the body continues to breathe on its own with no direction from you. Now I want you to realize that the thing that observes the breath is something different from the thing that is breathing. You are the thing that hears but not the ears. I can teach you how to stretch your mind one time. We can just sit here, get high off life. I can show you the whole universe inside of you. Now, meditate. I can teach you how to stretch your mind one time. We can just sit here, get high off life. I can show you the whole universe inside of you. Now, meditate. I know you're by your phone, and I this liquor on my breath. Oh, and I know it's time to miss. I don't know what I'll say next, but you ain't gotta lie to me. No, you ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to me. Oh, no, you ain't gotta lie. No, you ain't gotta lie to me. No, 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 no. Why you build me up, then you break me down? Why? You ain't gotta lie to me. Got this liquor on my breath, and I know it's time to miss. I don't know what I'll say next, but you ain't gotta lie to me. No, you ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to me. Oh, you ain't gotta lie. No, no, you ain't gotta lie to me. Oh,
You may now hang up to send your message. To receive your message, press 2. To record your message, press 3. To send your message and return to the main menu, press 4. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
beautiful colors, radiance expelled by hues of you. I'm so amazed by the colors of your love. Your copper kisses and golden charm, the lavender that finds me in your arms, the colors of your love. From your reddest passion to your bluest calm, right down to the spectrum that is your heart. These are the colors of your love. Beautiful colors, radiance expelled by hues of you. I'm so amazed by the colors of your love. I try to speak, I've lost the words. Your colors have captivated my heart, right to the inner man of me. The colors of love you need, you find inside of me. The colors I need are found in you. Beautiful colors, radiance expelled by hues of you. I'm so amazed by the colors of your love. Beautiful colors, radiance expelled by hues of you. I'm so amazed by the colors of your love.
So like hazy. Hey guys! Woo! Welcome back to Goddess of the Nile Radio, live right here on the WinDC Radio app and all of their social media platforms. I am your hostess with the mostest for today, Azor Netarugaya. I am an inspirational speaker. I am an author. I'm a mom. I'm a business owner. Shout out to Bell Book and Blue Magic and all of my customers. I love you guys dearly. I'm also a mentor and I'm a motivator and I'm a whole bunch of stuff all in one. But one thing I am not to anybody is the saboteur. That's for sure. But sometimes I can be the Noid to myself. Sometimes I can get into my own way. I can block myself and I can get into my own way. I could be my worst nightmare. I could be my worst enemy sometimes. I get all in my head sometimes and I just get distracted and worked up. It's hard going down this path when you're full of fear, when you're full of anxiety, when you may even have some mental stuff going on like anxiety. Anxiety is nothing to play with. Depression is nothing to play with. Those are two things that are our saboteurs, okay? That we have to be on the lookout for, okay? We can be the Noid. We can be the bunny rabbits and the tight onesies with the ears and the letter N on our own chest. We can be blocking, destroying, and obstructing our dreams, okay? Are you the saboteur? Are you the Noid? Because sometimes the Noid is someone that's full of grief. They're not trying to heal over the loss of a loved one. And I'm not going to be the one to sit on this microphone and tell you guys that the loss of a loved one to get over it or anything, heartless like that. But the grief is not supposed to consume you so bad and so much that you can't live anymore. When was the last time you cracked a joke and laughed at yourself? Had a light heart. Grief is hard. It is tough losing someone that you love and that you care about. But you gotta know that we're just here for a short while. This is just all something for us to go through, for us to learn from, for us to have these different experiences. But if you are honoring the people that you love and you're adoring the people that you love while they're here with you, and if you are honoring and you're adoring the people that you love when they have transitioned on by building an altar, by communicating with them, by sending up balloons into the sky, by leaving roses at their gravesite, if you are communicating with them, if you are honoring them by following your dreams, then the heaviness in your heart and in your soul, if you are breaking those generational curses, thank you, Spirit, if you are breaking those generational curses, then the heaviness that you're feeling in your heart and your soul will eventually go away. It'll eventually heal itself. But continuing to live in grief and continuing to make the decision not to heal, not to accept, and not to communicate and honor your transition ones, your ancestors, your beloved ones, this grief will manifest itself into something heavy, and it'll become your saboteur. You are the saboteur if you're still holding on to grief. You are the saboteur if you're still holding on to denial. If you're still denying the lower vibration version of yourself. If you're still denying the fact that you got some issue, that you got some work that you need to do spiritually. You got some work to do. If you are flying off the handle at people, if you are lazy and not wanting to get out of bed and not wanting to get things done, then you are your own saboteur, but not looking at yourself in the mirror and looking at your flaws head on. And when someone exposes you of said flaws, making the adjustment of accepting that that's who you are and making the adjustment of being better. If you are in denial about your ill ways and your ill thinking, then you are the Noid. You are your own saboteur. If you're walking around with disappointment, You're disappointed in your family. You're disappointed in your significant other. You're disappointed in past relationships. The world has just disappointed you, and you can't get over it. Then there is no way in hell, with all that energy and all that time looking back, when you are constantly looking back into your past and you haven't accepted your past and the lessons from it. Let me tell you something, baby. You can't be looking forward into your future. That's when you become your own saboteur. You are the Noid. When you have been betrayed, when you have been betrayed by your family, by your friends, by your lovers, by your job, when you have been betrayed and you haven't healed that betrayal, you haven't found the lessons in that betrayal, then it's hard for you to be able to trust someone else, which could be obstructing you from having good, solid relationships. Okay? If you are hurting, if someone has come along in your life and they have hurt you, whatever they might have done, because betrayal and hurt looks a lot alike, but someone also could have hurt your feelings. They could have hurt your feelings. And now because your feelings got hurt, you have a hard time opening up and exposing that beautiful and gorgeous and amazing heart of yours. You got to get over that. You got to find the lesson in that hurt, in that pain, and you got to go in and you got to heal it, because you're blocking yourself from something good, from a better way of life, okay? You got to heal that stuff. If you live in your life with fear, everything is always fear. Everything begins in fear. You don't want to do this because you're afraid of. You can't do this because you're afraid of. You don't want other people to do stuff because you're afraid of something happening. Then you're not living. Everything cannot begin with fear. If something happens, figure out the lesson, adjust accordingly, but you gotta be fearless, because that fear will obstruct your vision and stop you from getting to where you want to go. And doubt. Doubt is another one. When you are doubting yourself, and this is one that I struggle with sometimes, because sometimes it takes a long time for them ancestors and them angels to kick in sometimes, and I begin doubting myself. Or I may think, I don't have enough training, or, I didn't go to college for this, that, or the other, or, I don't know if all that doubt, all that, I don't know if, and not me, maybe someone, that's doubt, and that doubt would destroy you. That doubt will leave you unhappy and sad and depressed and nowhere near your dreams, okay? So you got to get rid of that doubt. You got to get rid of it. Are you the saboteur because you've been abused in your past and now you have walls up around you, or you have become the abuser? And whether it be mental abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, have you been abused and you never healed that hurt and that pain within you, and now you either have walls up around you where you won't let anyone in, or are you now the abuser? You gotta get some healing from that. You gotta find whatever that lesson is, and whatever reason why that disgusting person entered your life, there's always a lesson there. Find the lesson, find the healing that you need and that you deserve, so you can be able to live the rest of your life in a happy place, so you won't be blocked, so you won't be feeling broken out here, okay? Jealousy. Jealousy will block you. It'll block you from having relationships. It'll block you from, God, all I keep hearing is from having relationships. Because if you're jealous of your friends, if you're jealous of your family members, there's some of you out there that's even jealous of your children. If you're jealous, then something's going on, and you need to fix that. You need to find out what that's all about, because that jealousy will have yourself by yourself. You won't be able to manifest good relationships if the people around you can't have wings and fly and be the best versions of themselves, because you're too jealous to help, or you're too jealous that all you want to do is bring them down and say mean and disgusting things to them to stop them from manifesting and living their best life. So that's something you got to look into. Because some of us are jealous of our neighbors. We're jealous of our coworkers. We're jealous of our friends. We're jealous of our family members. And we got to look and find out where that jealousy is coming from. Because usually when there's jealousy, that means that we're seeing a lack of something in us. Okay? The next type of saboteur that we may be is laziness. Laziness. It's a lot easier to sleep in late, and the saboteur can be the one that tells you it's the weekend, so you don't need to crack open a book, you don't need to study. The saboteur can be someone that it takes them an hour. They're always procrastinating. They're always putting something off. The laziness is your saboteur. Okay? The laziness is the Noid. If you want a better life, if you want a better quality of life, then you got to get up off of your behind and you got to do some work. Okay? You got to do some work. Because once you get to where you need to go, once you get to the end of the tunnel, it gets a lot easier. But in order for you to get there, that Noid is going to pop up. That Noid is going to pop up everywhere you go. And you got to have the energy to beat the Noid, to beat the distraction, to beat the saboteur. You got to have some energy. You can't be lazy trying to fight the saboteurs. All right? Embarrassment. You're going through life and you did something wrong and now you're embarrassed because you failed. When you make the decision that failure is only life lessons and practices, when you realize that sometimes you got to fail 1,000,000 times in order for you to succeed, or if you keep on failing, maybe that's not the right thing for you and you really need to be doing something that you enjoy. Don't be embarrassed because you failed. Don't be embarrassed because you don't have something. Don't be embarrassed because you need to ask for help. Don't be embarrassed by any of that kind of stuff. Don't be embarrassed for being human. If you need something, say something. If you fell and you need to know a better way of doing something, then go use your resources and look for the help that you need so you can be supported. Don't try to take on a task all by yourself and you can't do it by yourself. Don't be your own saboteur. Don't ever be embarrassed or have too much pride that you can't ask for help. Because if your circle is good, when your circle is good, there is someone in that circle that can always be able to give you whatever it is that you need. No matter how hard it is or that it may be for you to ask for it. And let me tell you something else about your circle. Your circle will always provide in your favor, just the same as you'll provide for them in theirs. But one thing about your circle, a really good circle will never throw it in your face. They will never make you feel embarrassed to ask for help or make you feel embarrassed because you failed at something, whether it be a new job, whether it be a business idea, or whether it be a relationship. They'll say, come on over here, sis. Let's have a cup of coffee and let's talk about it. Let's cry together. Come on, bro. Let's go play some basketball. Let's release some of this energy. Let's have a heart-to-heart, man-to-man conversation about it. You never should have to feel embarrassed around your friends, and you never should have to feel embarrassed about failing or not succeeding or needing help. Don't be your own saboteur. Living a life of deception. There isn't such thing as faking it until you make it, right? We all supposed to be faking it till we make it. But we don't want to fake it to our make it, meaning that we're leaving around us, it's a trail of lies. We have a house built of lies. Everywhere you look is lies. There's no truth in it anywhere. If you are deceiving other people about who you really are, then that means that you're deceiving yourself and you don't know who you are. And you're uncomfortable. And you're going to always end up in the failing category. Because when you are true to yourself and when you're true to everyone else, when you're transparent and you're comfortable in your own skin, you move around this dimension, around this material world a lot more lighter, a lot more freely. Be the best version of yourself. This is why I'm sitting here today with blue locks. No head wrap. Because I want you guys to be able to see exactly who I am. That, yeah, locks itch my neck and I got to pull them up. And sometimes it looks good when I leave the house, and by the time I get to the studio, it looks messy. But who cares? Who cares? Deception. Letting people see you for exactly who you are.
AK Productions.
And perfect timing, because we're at the last saboteur. We're going to talk about anger, resentment, disrespect, cockiness, and stubbornness. Those are all signs of a saboteur. Because if a saboteur can learn how to center him or herself, ground him or herself, balance him or herself, then the saboteur will never be able to hold a communication with a clear mind thought. Okay? If the saboteur is walking around with resentment, if a saboteur is angry because of something that someone did or didn't do, and they haven't expressed that to that person and let it go, then the saboteur is definitely going to sabotage themselves, because they're taking that same energy with them along the way as they're interacting with other people. And when it comes to disrespect, when the saboteur is disrespecting their friends, their family, the places, the things, when the saboteur is disrespecting Gaia, that means the saboteur is missing self-love for themselves. If you're walking around disrespecting everybody that you come in contact with, you need to go down, you need to take a look in the mirror and figure out what's going on with you and where that energy is coming from. And you need to balance it, and you need to fix it, you need to get it together. Because with the energy that you put out into the universe is the same type of energy that's coming back towards you. Okay? It's okay to be confident, but being cocky, that will obstruct you from your goal, because nobody likes a cocky cocksucker. Pardon my language. Nobody likes it. All right? And the hardest part for some of us is being stubborn, which is also kind of goes hand in hand with embarrassment. But sometimes we don't know it all. Everyone around us, God puts people, or the universe puts people in our lives, and books in our lives, and places and things and situations and opportunities in our lives, so that we can be able to have some help in creating and building this life that we always dreamed of. Ooh, that was a mouthful. Don't be your own saboteur. Don't let lust, irresponsibility, addiction, and people-pleasing stand in your way. Don't let the lack of having trust for yourself and the lack of self-love stand in your way. You can be your own saboteur. You can definitely be your own saboteur. The way that you can figure this all out, how you can see things for what they really are, and see yourself for what you really are, and see people for what they really are, is the first person that you have to get to know is yourself. You have got to learn how to, you got to know yourself. You got to know what you like. You got to know what you don't like. You got to know what makes you mad. You got to know what hurts you. You got to know what makes you happy. Before you allow anyone in your space, right, in your sacred space, you got to get to know you first. You got to get to love you first. Because when grief comes along and you loving yourself, you know how to use that self-love. You know what to do to make yourself happy, because you're not looking for love or healing or happiness outside of you. If you find any of that stuff outside of you, that's just the icing on the cake. When you're walking and you're stepping in your truth, you don't live a life of denial. When you are eating healthy, when you're working out, when you're surrounding yourself around things that fills you up spiritually, mentally, the laziness will begin to go away. When you know that you are the most important person to yourself, and I know you guys don't hear this often, but this is why this is spiritual talk, because you got to put the mask on first. When you put the mask on first, I'm talking about the oxygen mask. When you are taking care of yourself first, that's when all of these other things begin to open up for you. That's when you begin to be able to hear the voice of spirit a lot clearer than before. That's when you begin to surround yourself around amazing people that you've never even thought of being around before. That's when you're able to, oh my God, you become magical. You become magical when you begin to take the time to get to know who you are. Because when you're looking outside of yourself for things that you're not even giving yourself, you're going to meet all kinds of saboteurs. You're going to meet all kinds of noids. When you don't have any self-love, that relationship that you're in, that you think is going to give you self-love, will not treat you better than you're treating yourself. When you have been abused, either physically or mentally, and you haven't done anything to heal from that, and you're looking for this relationship for safety and comfort, that one person that you believe will never put their hands on you will be the first person to slap your backside around. And I don't mean in a beautiful way. I mean literally smacking your backside around. That's what I mean. You cannot expect for someone to treat you better than you're treating yourself. No one ever will. So if you're not caring for yourself, you can't expect for someone else to. And that's when you become the saboteur. The very first saboteur that you're going to meet in the room is yourself. I think Princeton disagreed with a call. Because I know, guys, that for many years, I sabotaged myself. I walked around with resentments from God. When I did my shadow work, and shadow work is when you take a look at your hurt and your pain, I walked around with resentments that I had from when I was a baby that I didn't even realize was there. I was resenting family members. I was resenting, friendships, bullies in school. I was resenting coworkers. I was walking around with so much baggage and so much pain that I wasn't able to get anything done. And it wasn't until I began to heal myself. It wasn't until I began to look myself in the mirror and realize I have an anger problem. I'm stubborn. I have jealousy issues. I have trust issues. And one of the issues that I had in the past was I didn't have any kind of love for myself. I was looking for love outside of me. I was looking for love in people. I was looking in love in relationships and friendships. I was looking for love in family members. I was looking for love in places. I was looking for love in nightclubs. I was looking for love in my workplace. I was looking for love in things. If I bought this certain type of car, if I had this certain type of house, I was my own saboteur. And I had to look her in the mirror. And I had to say, I know who you are. And I know your reason here. But you're not going to block me anymore. You're not going to destroy me anymore. You're not going to obstruct my vision anymore. And when those family members and when those people, those so-called friends, and when all hell breaks loose in my life that's trying to block me from my dream, you know what I do? I turn into a freaking running back or something. I curveball them. I do whatever it's called in football language. I have no idea what I'm saying right now, but you get what I'm saying right now. I move out the way and I let that saboteur go right past me because I got a goal today. I have a finish line today. I have a dream today. And no matter what happens, no person, no place, or no thing will ever stop me from getting to where I want to go. And it ain't going to stop you either. It's not going to stop you either. You have to recognize the saboteurs in your life. You have to recognize the people wearing the tight bunny rabbit outfit that's throwing everything at you to stop you, to distract you. Even on social media, even on the news, even on the radio, even in the music that you're listening to. The Noid and the saboteur is everywhere. Why do you think there's only a 1% or a 2% of the wealthy and rich? Because they already know about the saboteur. They already got a certain type of information that we don't have access to. So they know exactly what to do. And now it's the end of our show, and you know exactly what to do too. You gotta remove them. And the hardest ones to remove are the ones that's closest to you. But you have to know and you have to understand that everybody can't go along with you on your way, on your journey. Everyone can't step with you. So if they're bringing you down, if they're not filling you up, if they're not fueling your dream, you gotta be selfish. And you gotta let them go. No matter who they are. I'm gonna say that again, no matter who they are. If they draining you, if they can't act like they got some sense while you living your life, then it's time for you to say goodbye. I'll deal with you from a distance. I still love you though, but I'm gonna deal with you at a distance. You can't come walking in on my white carpet in your dirty shoes. There you have it, guys. We are back. Goddess of the Nile Radio, live right here in the WinDC Radio studio. I am your favorite spiritual talk show radio host, Azor Netaru Gaia. I just want to let you guys know that donations are being accepted via PayPal at lovenileradio@gmail.com. Any contribution is definitely helpful to us. For all of your spiritual needs, make sure you head on over to bellbookandbluemagic.com. That's bellbookandbluemagic.com. And if you're interested in any type of feminine health, on Facebook, you want to go to my feminine health group, which is called Learn with Azor. There's no conversation or dialogue going on. It's just some videos. And yeah, I love you guys dearly. You can catch me on my social media platforms. You can also catch the replay on WinDCRadio.com and all of their social media platforms. I will be back next Sunday from 11 o'clock a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's your girl Azor Netaru Gaia, and I'm out. Like and share this video. Peace and harmony.
Goddess of the Nile Radio.
It is your birthright to accept and receive the goodness of the world, the tools to create your destiny, the love and nourishment from others, a life of abundance, days filled with propositions, manifested success coming from places that serve you, manifested success poured into your life and the lives of others. You are guided and given the authority to receive the gifts of the universe, for these gifts have already been given to you long before your arrival here. Your faith in yourself makes it real and opens the doors for manifestation to rush in. Your consciousness is open to receive and to give. It is your birthright, and it is done now.
You are now listening to Goddess of the Nile Radio.
Through this mantra of manifestation, all things are possible. We proclaim absolutely that all of us are living in a friendly universe that is always providing for us. We have felt it happening and we are feeling it happening now. We are open to receive more abundance than we have ever experienced before. We can afford and do anything that our heart desires. We need never to worry again. We are filled with an attitude of gratitude for what we already have and all that we are giving and ready to give. We keep ourselves lifted in high consciousness no matter what the appearances are. The universe is always providing in our favor. We are creators of our today and our tomorrow.
Reciting a mantra is an excellent way to start your day. Calm you down while you are upset and refocus your consciousness. For a copy of this mantra, please feel free to visit our Patreon account by searching for Goddess of the Nile Radio on patreon.com. It's your girl Azor Netaru Gaia, and I'm out. Peace.
You are now listening to Goddess of the Nile Radio.